In problem 3-57, we have another opportunity cost problem. And so in this situation, we have a company that makes chips for personal computers that has a capacity of 2,000 chips per week, fixed cost of $75,000 per week. They sell the chip for $500 per chip. Their planned production for this quarter is 1,600 for the week, and at this level of production, their variable cost are $720,000. So it says, what will the plant's profit per week be if it operates at practical capacity? So if it operates at 2,000 units. So if we go here to part A, and so the revenue would be their intended 2,000 chips times $500 per chip, so it'd be $1 million. Their variable cost would be, let me back up. And so what we did down here was they just made this little box that grabs this information and plugs it into Excel. And so what we did was we broke down the contribution margin per unit and the variable cost per unit. And so one thing to look at here is it says that the variable costs were $720,000 per week based, it says at this level of production, which is the 1,600 chips. However, this part of the problem is having us look at what's our profit if we actually operate at 2,000 chips. So we calculated our variable cost per unit, which is going to be the 720,000 divided by the 16. And we also calculated our contribution margin, which is just our selling price minus our variable cost. So for our variable cost at capacity, that is going to be our $450 per unit times our capacity of 2,000. Our fixed cost is given at 75,000, and so that would give us a profit for the week of $25,000. Now in part B, it says, suppose we have a new customer come in and they offers to pay us $480 per chip instead of the $500 for an order of 200 chips per week. So if we're already operating at 1,600, we can move up from that production to 1,800, and we're still within our 2,000 chips of capacity. And so what will the profit be if we accept this order? So the revenue for this would be, the incremental revenue would be the 200 additional units times the $480 that they plan to pay us, so $96,000. Our variable cost for this is going to be 200 units times, we already calculated our variable unit cost at 450 is 90,000. So that means we're going to have an incremental profit by accepting this deal of $6,000. So now in part C, it says, suppose that the new customer comes in and offers us the same $480 per chip, but except doing 200 chips, they want 600 chips. Now, that's going to put us more than our capacity. We can't do our normal 1,600 plus an additional 600. That's going to be 2,200 chips. So if we accept this deal, we're going to have to reduce our normal production from 1,600 down to 1,400. And so if we accept this deal and we actually give up some of our existing sales, what does that look like for us? So first we want to look at the revenue for the new order. And so that's going to be the 600 chips that they're going to buy times what they're going to pay us, which is $480. And we want to subtract out our variable cost related to this order, which is going to be the 600 units that we're going to make for him, times our variable cost per unit, so 270,000. And then we also have to subtract out our lost sales. And so our lost sales is we're going to have to reduce our production from 1,600 to 1,400. So reduce it by 200 units. Multiply that times the profit we're going to lose, which is the contribution margin at $50. So if we accept this scenario where we actually trade off some of our old customers for new customers, we will still have an incremental profit of $8,000. So it is better to accept this deal in Part C than it is not to.